until this 6-game winning streak started. The latest victory came last night against the Lakers, where the Knicks scored 112 points. All 5 starters scored in double figures, and Landry Shamet added 23 off the bench. Since holding a players-only meeting after a blowout loss to the Mavs on January 19th, the Knicks have won 6 straight games. They've allowed 91.8 points per game during that span, the fewest by any team in a 6-game span so far this season. Monica McNutt now joins us here on First Take. What's up, girl? Good to see you.
Love the color.
Thank you so much. I love your dress. Stephen A., are you buying? Oh, and Wendy's here too. Hello, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
Are you buying the Knicks after their 6-game win streak now?
No, not yet, number one. Number two, Wendy, I love the outfit. You look like a politician. Way to go. And Eminem, you've been sizzling, girl. You've been sizzling. Here's the deal. The New York Knicks, since New Year's Eve, yes, they're on a 6-game winning streak. They also had 2 4-game losing streaks. So I got to keep my mind on that. And it's almost by default, Eminem and Wendy, and I couldn't wait to talk to y'all about this because I was sticking out my chest at the beginning of the season. Now, granted, I did it. You know, I was cheating a little bit because it was like Tyrese Halliburton got the torn Achilles, Jason Tatum got the torn Achilles, Damian Lillard tore the Achilles, and he ultimately is departed from Milwaukee, and he's back in Portland. I'm like, this is a perfect opportunity, the best chance Knicks had in decades to get to the finals. They going to the NBA Finals. And I didn't pay enough attention to the Detroit Pistons. And so now as I'm looking and yeah, I see, you know, Toronto and Boston. I'm not really worried about that. I respect Boston and obviously Jaylen Brown, but without Tatum, I just think the Knicks could take them. I just do, all right? Even though Boston is not somebody to sleep on with their championship pedigree. But the Detroit Pistons scared the living hell out of me. I think they're the best team in the East. And most importantly, Eminem, you know this better than any of us. They don't just want to win. They want the Knicks. And then when I saw the Knicks go into Detroit, a game I was supposed to be at, by the way, that night, and I had a last-minute commitment that I had to honor, the Knicks got annihilated by 30. And so I'm looking at the Knicks through that prism. And I'm noticing, okay, you're a game under 500 without Josh Hart in the 11 games he's missed. You're 14 games over 500 in the games that he's played. I'm looking at Anunoby, who I think is a stud. I got mad love for him. He's great on both ends of the floor, and he's really improved on his perimeter shooting. I'm really, really very fond of OG Anunoby. And I'm still looking, and I like the fact that I saw Sharma come off the bench. He dropped 23 yesterday. Whether it's him or Clarkson, you got somebody that you can bring off the bench that can give you buckets. So I like that, okay? And I like that backup point guard, you know, for Brunson. I love that kid's potential. Don't leave him open. He can hit some shots for you. But I'm still looking at the Detroit Pistons. And I'm saying to myself, you the New York Knicks, you gonna have to figure this out. Again, this 6-game winning streak is nice. I get it. But to say I'm buying, if I'm buying, that's me saying my proclamation at the beginning of the season that they're going to the finals, I'm still incredibly and extremely confident in. And that just is not where I'm at this particular moment in time. I believe they can do it, but I'm not overly confident because to me, the Pistons are the team to beat in the East right now, not the Knicks.
I say I'm glad you clarified buying because that was my next question. What is buying? Do I think this team can get out of the Eastern Conference and get to the finals? Yes. Now, here's the thing that I'm holding on to because you are absolutely right to look at this win streak with one eye closed, maybe a little rose-colored glasses. This week, actually, they've got a back-to-back Wizards-Nuggets coming up. Then they got Pistons again Friday in Detroit and Celtics Sunday at noon in Boston. So the level of competition in terms of scoring prowess is going to take another step up. Here's the reason that I will say that I am buying, though, right now. We knew that this offense was prolific. And over the last stretch, in particular, when you look at what they're doing in second halves, their per 100 number is like 120 somewhere in there. So the offense is back to clicking at a high cylinder. I have always felt like this defense was the thing, Shay, that potentially would be the issue for this team. But as of late, and shout out to my guy, Ian Begley, who had this tweet last night, who pointed out the shift in the defensive schematics going from forcing middle to now forcing baseline and putting guys in different helps. There is a level of accountability and communication that has emerged from this defense that gives me hope. Because to me, as you look at the Eastern Conference, they still are the team with the most experienced core. Now, this defense and this mindset has to stay around because I think the offense is going to be fine. They have firepower. But if this level of defense and commitment stays, are they going to hold everybody else under 100 points? Probably not. But they will be making it more difficult on other teams and giving their offense a real chance.
Let's table this question until 1 week from today. And I know we'll all be in the Super Bowl recovery haze next Monday. Number one, we're going to find out on Thursday whether Giannis Antetokounmpo moves anywhere, especially if he goes anywhere in the Eastern Conference. Number two, as Monica just said, we have games coming up later this week against the Nuggets, the Pistons in Detroit, and the Celtics. That's going to test where this Knicks team is. And the thing that is what's most important, who's buying the Knicks is Jim Dolan and Leon Rose, okay? They have been putting this team together to get to this point for years. Right now, their team is healthy, generally. And what you are seeing is what they believe is them at full power, which is wings that play at both ends of the court. Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. Massive investment there, both in what they traded for them and their salaries. The investment in Karl Towns. I know that he is a lightning rod. He is going to be a lightning rod for the rest of his career. Guess what happened yesterday? The coaches in the league voted him as an all-star. They said this guy is an all-star player. That is what, I think really affirming, okay? Then you obviously have Jalen Brunson, who is their franchise player, one of the greatest Knicks in the modern times. They believe this roster can do it. They believe they can get to the finals. Do you know how I know they believe it? Because they're chilling kind of on Giannis. I do believe that they have had discussions with the Bucks, but they are not out there looking to try to make 3-4 team trades, trying to improve their offer, trying to get something else to offer the Bucks. I think that they would revisit Giannis if this season ends a disappointment and if Giannis isn't traded by Thursday, but they believe in this team. And that's what the rest of this season is gonna tell us, and the next 6 days are going to tell us a lot too.
Interesting. I say
Wendy, are you sitting down? Because I love you, my brother, and I don't want you to collapse with what I'm about to say. I love you, Wendy, and I want you sitting down. I don't want you to fall out. I don't want you to collapse. You remember how I was going, and you too, Eminem, but you know, you strong, running around, you running the garden, so you go all right. Let me say this to y'all. Y'all remember how I was going off about I don't give a damn what it takes, go get Giannis?
Yes,
remember
I
that?
remember.
Remember I was doing that?
Uh-huh.
I have changed my mind.
Breaking news. Get the bug across the bottom.
I have changed my mind. Let me tell y'all why. I love Giannis. Healthy, one of the top 5 players on the planet. Those 4 incidences with his calf over the last 19 months have changed my mind. You the New York Knicks, you want me to tell you how to spell disaster or label disaster? Let them trade, whether it's any combination of Cat with Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, 2 of the 3, or whatever, and Giannis comes and he can't go. God forbid he tears his Achilles, okay? And the only reason I'm bringing up something like that so negative is because of the calf injuries over the last 19 months. If that wasn't the issue, I wouldn't be saying this. I'd be still screaming, go get Giannis. But that calf injury over these last 19 months has me concerned. It's giving me cause to pause. It's created a little bit of trepidation. And let's understand, Karl Anthony Towns is an all-star. Even though we would move him for Giannis, it's because Giannis is one of the top 5 players on the planet. Karl Anthony Towns can play, okay? And I don't like him posting up because, foot problem, knee problems, whatever. He's got to improve his three-point shooting against somewhere that's faded a little bit. He's got to get that going again. But I believe in that brother. He's no scrub. He's giving you 19 and 11 again, 19 and 12 a game, okay? And, of course, Brunson is an absolute stud, and so is Anunoby. I'm looking at their depth. I'm looking at what they are in defensive efficiency, offensive efficiency. They're number 1 and 2, respectively, in both categories over this 6-game winning streak because of the changes that your boy pointed out, Eminem. I like what I'm seeing from the New York Knicks. I'm still concerned because I still think Detroit could get them. But in the end, if I'm going to move off of what we have in place right now, it needs to be the closest thing to surefire that I can get. And with Giannis's health being an issue, I'm sorry. I'm concerned. I don't know if I do that right now.
To that end, I say Karl Anthony Towns does have 32 double-doubles this season, tying Jalen Johnson in Atlanta for the best in the league.
That's right.
So
So when he's hot, he's
Anthony
hot.
Townsend, he ain't no scrub. He can play.
They can stay this way,
I love
locked down
Cat.
defensively like they have on this 6-game win streak. It's like riding a bike. Remember it, like from
There
when
you go.
Tiz was there. Just stick with that defense.
go.
We'll have more NBA later on. Coming up here on First Take, though, with Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl now, you don't want to miss what Stephen A. has to say about the Vikings after letting their former quarterback walk. Plus, Cooper Flagg continues to dominate in his rookie season. But what made his head coach, Jason Kidd, go nuts on the media?